Morning. Oh, there she is. So, as some of you saw yesterday, I posted some pictures of the tent that I had set up and just talked about how I felt setting it up, how I felt that childlike excitement, that that sense of I don't know, adventure, freedom. And on Facebook, someone, a few people responded, made different comments, and someone that I was used to hang out with back in the day, long time ago, growing up, made a comment. The post reminded him of times we used to spend playing basketball back in our hometown. Just a group of us teenagers, boys, girls too sometimes. He just listed off some people that we used to play with, and he was obviously fondly remembering those times, and in capital letters he wrote, "Those were the days." Ever feel like that? Those were the days. Where you look at a time in the past, whether it's the recent past or the past, and feel like, man, those were the days. Like that's when I was happiest. And there's like a little melancholy that comes up and a longing for days gone by. It's not the days that we long for. It's the feeling. I mean, it's easy for me to feel into that time that he's talking about, and the feeling of the freedom of youth, of feeling really good in my body, all of us just feeling good. And when you're playing basketball or something with friends, it's you're competing, but you're really just playing, and so you're just present. You're present with your breath, with your body. And because it's not some championship game or whatever, you're not thinking so hard. So you're just there. You're just there in the moment, with the sun on your face and the sound of the ball and people's shoes on the court. And the breath and the sweat. And you're totally, utterly present with what is, with that now. And I don't know about you, but when I don't meditate, and again, in all its forms, if I'm not centered in awareness, if I'm not centered here and I'm centered here, it's very easy to look back at my life at a number of different times in my life and feel that same thing. Oh, those were the days. Whether it was the times of my youth or just times back in the church and playing basketball and running around with the guys and doing the things we were doing. Just times when my kids were little. Watching them start to grow up and do things and their sporting events and whatnot. Or later on, like the road trip I took for a few months in my van. My year in Sedona. Or more recently, a time at the ashram. I mean, you could go on and on, right? You all could do that. But it's interesting, if you do that right now, it's a kind of a good test. For me, if I'm present, These are the days. This is the day. And now is the moment. It takes being present, though. It takes dropping into that moment where you can feel that life is walking with you and helping you see everything in the present moment and helping you feel the gratitude in the present moment, which really then from that time will also extend back and sometimes forwards to all the present moments. And you just feel grateful for all of it. But equally grateful for that moment you're in now. And I know it's hard, right? It's hard as we get older. It's easy to do what I did a little yesterday when I read Kevin's comment and what Kevin was doing when he read my post. Is when we're older, say, and our perception is that we're not as free. Because we don't have the time, maybe, because we have a job and children and busier lives, and we have the financial responsibility that we didn't have then. And our bodies, we were, 15, 16, 17 years old, our bodies felt a certain way, and now maybe they don't feel that way in varying degrees. And so we can feel like we don't have the same things. But for me, this is the day, every day, when I'm present enough to find gratitude for what I do have, and present enough to allow myself to step into all the grace that's in the present moment, to give myself a moment, if I need it, to feel a bit of sadness for what maybe I don't have that I used to have. That my body doesn't feel the way it used to feel. And that my perception sometimes is that I'm not as free. But then I take that moment, I have that moment, and the present moment love will just alchemize that moment. That sadness, felt, heard, seen, okay? But then, just there's so much to be grateful for right now. And I know, this person that made I know he knows this. I see some of his posts. I feel like he's actually a pretty grateful guy. Just a thought on those were the days, and this being the day. This can always be the day. Really, this can always be the best time of your life. No matter what. Because as things change, and as things maybe change in ways that we don't want, life walks with us. That thing, whatever you want to call it, is there. And is helping us and holding us. You just got to get present. I just have to remember to keep getting present, especially now. My body hurts like never before. But still, as I look out at the ocean right now, right there, this is the day. This is the day. And those were the days. They're all the day. It's all beautiful. It was all wonderful. It all is wonderful. And if I stay present, it will always be perfect. Have a great day.